Good morning, friends. I hope you guys can hear me. We have a little bit of wind today. I am going to do a late May garden tour. I was actually in the midst of filming a different video, but I'm just gonna have to go back to that one. Long story short, it just lots of difficulties with my camera, weather, and so on. So anyways, I'm gonna take a new approach and do another garden tour. I know I've done a lot of back-to-back of these, but you know, the garden is forever changing, and I'm gonna show you guys what is, coming into fruition. So stick around. Okay guys, so I'm actually going to start over here at the far end, actually probably just the kind of the front bed right when you walk into the vegetable garden. I finished planting up all my beds, so I'm officially I wouldn't say done because I feel like you're never done planting, but I'm officially done for now. I do have a couple areas where I could still put stuff, but the main stuff is in. And then we're just gonna jump right in. So I put in some zinnia seeds that I have right here. I can't remember the variety, but these ones are a little different than the other ones that I have throughout the garden. You can't really see anything in here, so it's not too fun to look at, but I have some Tommy apple melons here, and then some cantaloupe here. I have never really been successful at growing cantaloupe, so yeah, we'll see. I left the middle blank because if you know, melons like to spread. I don't plan on trellising anything in this bed so far, but we shall see. Let's walk over here. Oh, and I know if you guys are curious, we do have set up for drip to all the beds yet. We are yet to hook it up. So I don't know if that'll get done this season, but it's definitely something that's going to be done. But we do have water ran to all the beds, which is good. That I don't have to hand water if I don't choose to. I put in some sunflower seeds over here. These are, I can't remember the variety, but they are like a darker color sunflower. I don't think these are pretty big, but I just wanted, again, something colorful with some flowers at the end. I have some dark green zucchini, and then in the middle here is the Black Beauty zucchini. For whatever reason, this side, they are not popping up. I had one pop up and it looks like it's kind of struggling, so I don't know. These seeds I've had for quite a while, so I don't know if the batch got bad or not. I'm keeping an eye on it though, see if anything else pops up. I did pop, I think, 4 plants, or seeds I should say. Nothing yet, other than that one that looks like it's kind of having a hard time. And then I have a couple of the early straight, these are just the yellow neck, straight neck, early yellow straight neck squash. I don't know why I can't say that. And then of course my asparagus, which is just like a fabulous little fern plant now. So yeah, like sometimes I cut it back, sometimes I don't. I know you're not really supposed to cut it down, but sometimes you can. It just kind of all depends, you know. I have yet to pot up these pots yet. I know I said I was going to do maybe rosemary in there, and I still might. I just haven't really decided yet if that's what I really want to do. So over here in this bed, let me just show you guys a little view of it really fast, and then we'll get closer. I put in some wild thyme. Not sure if this will spread here, but you know, it's doing okay. It's looking its best, but it's doing okay. I put another one in that corner, and as you can tell, that one's pretty much gone. Just happens sometimes, just don't know. This is sparkler radish. So, you know, I like radishes. My husband doesn't care for them. So, I will probably end up giving some of those away, but oh my gosh, this wind, you guys, I apologize if you can't hear me, but we are just dealing with some crazy wind. Anyways, as I was saying, with radishes, I'm going to try to find new ways of eating them besides fresh. I like eating them fresh though. Turnips, my husband was just like, ew, why did you plant those? If you guys didn't know, my husband's he's very picky with his vegetables. But turnips I haven't grown yet, and I can be honest, I don't think I've ever actually had a turnip. Like, growing up in just the way I was grown up, like, we weren't introduced to a lot of different vegetables, so I'm kind of learning as I get older what I like and what I don't like. And I thought I would just grow it because I had the seeds and I would see if I liked it or not. I believe, oh, these are purple top turnips, so I think I got them at the dollar store. I can't remember. This one I popped in nasturtiums, which I don't know. It's kind of hard to tell because I think a lot of this is weeds. So I see stuff growing. I just don't know if those are nasturtium seeds or not. And then this one I have beets. These are, I think, these are Dollar Tree seeds. I have a bunch of beets. Again, something that I don't really like pickled, but I've never actually had a fresh beet or cooked any other way, really. So I figured I'd try it. It's not something that I think I'm gonna like, but again, I had the seeds and I wanted to try it, and I just wanted to fill in some space. I have chives growing here, nothing yet. I have green onions growing here, nothing yet. And then these are some more zinnias. These are the California giant zinnias. I have some over here that are way bigger, and they look like they're about ready to sprout. Is that the right word? Bloom. Nothing yet, but they look good. My flower pot is still looking fabulous, although this side is still kind of maintained on the small side. It's still alive. I might just pop something else right there to fill in because I thought this plant would fill in faster than it is. And as you can see, the violas are still doing pretty good. We've just had some crazy not storms, but just crazy weather. Like, it's been keeping us pretty cool. So we have yet, we had a couple days in the 90s, but it's pretty much stayed under 80 these past few weeks. And it's been, fabulous because we're not used to it. We're usually in the 90s by now. So, the violas are sticking around. We'll see how long they last before I have to switch them out. So again, here's some more zinnias. Look how big that one is. That is a eggplant, which is on the small side. I don't really know what happened. This one is pretty much done. I should just pull it out because it's stunted. It's not growing. These two, however, I didn't put what variety. I think they were both different kinds, but this variety is doing really good. Whatever variety this is, it's kind of struggling. Honestly, it even looks like a pepper plant, so I don't know if it got mixed in or what, but I do have two eggplant plants, and they look good so far. I popped in a little marigold. These are some bell peppers, different varieties. A lot of these bell peppers varieties I think are from the Dollar Tree. More zinnias. And then, although you can't really see much, you see sprouts right there. I did put in a row of forget-me-not flower seeds because, again, I just want to fill in with flowers and herbs, and I just want my garden boxes to be full. And I've heard on some other channels talking about filling up your garden beds and how you shouldn't fill them to the brim. Well, I guess we could talk about that in another video, but you know what? I'm learning, so we'll see how it goes. My oregano is doing good. Peppers are still kind of on the small side. You see my jalapenos here. I got my jalapenos, and then I've got little cilantro plants planted in between. Here's a cilantro hiding under the zinnia. This zinnia is about ready to pop open a flower. I'm excited about that. Here's some serranos, some cilantro. Here is a fact, is that this is the first time I've actually been able to grow cilantro, you guys, from seed. I'm really excited about it. I know I always see gardeners growing cilantro from seed, and I have tried now, I think for 3 years, And although I've never actually put them in a raised bed, I put them in containers. I've just never been successful at it. So I don't know if that was because I just wasn't taking care of them properly inside of a container. They seem to love, the beds. So I think I will continue to do that in the future. This is all German chamomile. I haven't got any flowers from it, but they're looking good. They're really fluffy and green. So I kind of just want a big mound of chamomile right here. The alyssum. These are the seeds that I just threw down here to fill in some space. Oh, there's like a little butterfly left. Anyways, they're just filling in space for the pollinators. And there's a weed. And, my Roma tomatoes. This one's doing great. That one's doing great. This one's okay. And then this one over here is just so tiny and it's just not doing that great. So I don't know if it's just not getting enough sun or if the plants next to them are just stealing all of its nutrients. I put in my marigolds that I grew from seed. I am so excited about these, you guys. They are so pretty. These are like the best marigolds I've ever seen, and I grew them from seed. When I bought them at the store, they don't look this good. So yeah, I'm really excited about that. Tomatillos, I'm still kind of training. Again, in the wind, they kind of just go crazy. I can get something to tie it on there, but I'm just gonna keep training it up. So far it's doing good. Basil's a little behind, but it is growing. I did pop seeds in the corners here and the corner on the other side of my beefsteaks. Here's another marigold that is not giving me any flowers yet. There's a little bud. All my tomatillos are doing good. So we will see lots of tomatillos this year. My 2 beefsteak tomatoes. Okay. I have mentioned before that, let me shake the flowers here, that I just have always had bad luck with them. So although I do see a little tiny beefsteak tomato down here at the bottom, which is exciting, I don't see very much flowers, and I'm kind of just going again and shaking the flowers to pollinate them. We'll see how it goes. I mean, they still got a lot of time to grow. Here is another marigold with the bud on it. Check out my corn, you guys. Crazy, huh? So I have all my corn. I have no stalks yet, or ears, I should say. I popped in, I think it's called the Kentucky Wonder beans. It's kind of hard to see, sorry. And they are kind of just growing up the stalks. That's kind of what I want them. It's not on every single corn stalk that I have here, but it's on, a good amount of them. I ran out of seeds for the beans, so there wasn't enough to put on every single stalk. Here is that volunteer plant, if you guys want to take a guess at what you think it is. I'm still thinking it's some sort of squash. My guess is that it's a pumpkin. I really do think it's a pumpkin. Look at these tendrils. You guys tell me what you guys think, because it is popping up in other areas too. Let me show you. I have another one right there. Oh, and there's a ladybug. I love seeing ladybugs in the garden. Rusticas. Ay, ay, ay. Now, I know I've said that I probably wouldn't get anything from this crop, and that kind of appears to be so. So, hummingbird. If you guys don't have a hummingbird feeder in your vegetable garden, I strongly suggest you, because they bring so much joy. I don't know, to me anyways. More zinnias, and then here is a volunteer plant again, the same volunteer plant that I'm assuming is a pumpkin, but we shall see. My red cabbage is starting to form a head. They're starting to form heads, but because it's getting hot, probably not going to see much crop from it, if anything. I'm just letting it go. What I plan to do here is, once everything fills in these beds and I run out of space, there's a few other things that I want to try to plant. but I'm not in a hurry. So I'm not in a hurry to rip everything out because there's really nothing else that I'm eager to get in the ground right now. I will plant in my garlic and onion, but that's towards, excuse me, I'll do that towards the beginning of fall. So, like I said, I'm not in a rush to pull it out because I'll probably, I don't know if I'm going to put them in there or over here somewhere. And then I want to do carrots. I was thinking carrots would be good in this bed here. So, and then I could start over with the brassicas. So they'll do much better in the cooler weather. Um, and I did have to pull out my broccoli because it went to seed really fast because when it was actually forming, the broccoli crowns, it was like the hottest week we had in the 90s, and it went to seed like almost instantly. So I didn't even have a chance to pull it for a harvest. I'm just looking around because I have Brussels sprouts in here too, but I don't see anything. So we'll see. I'm kind of just, taking it day by day and seeing what happens. I like to experiment and let Mother Nature do its thing. I feel like Mother Nature is giving us a nice break from the typical high heat summers. I mean, we're not technically in summer yet, but usually by now we're in the 90s, the high 90s. So yeah, I'm totally enjoying it. My little flower pots are doing great. They just are loving their area. The pansies over here are doing really good. I'm going to keep them as long as they look good. I'm usually not one to rip out plants if they still look good. The ones over here, however, oh, there's my rosemary. The ones over here, because they get a little bit more sun and they're kind of in a more exposed, are looking like they're struggling. So these ones I will probably be replacing with some petunias. Yeah, they just, I don't know, like this one, and this one is like really sad. Potatoes, you guys, look at my potatoes. Again, this is the first time I'm growing potatoes, so this is all learning for me. I'm starting to get flowers, so I know that's a good thing. You want them to flower. I think this one was the red ones. I don't remember now. One was red and one was yellow, and I can't remember which was which, but whatever this one is, it's starting to go to flower, which is crazy because this plant on this side was further behind than this one. So it's just kind of crazy how it goes. And look how much bigger this one is now. My strawberries, loving my strawberries. Come out here and get snacks every day. This one is almost ready. Probably another day, it'll be good. It just is growing like crazy. So yeah, love this pot. So if you want like a small, little spot to add some strawberries to your little patio or garden, get a strawberry pot. The old-fashioned strawberry pots, they work great. So I think that kind of concludes my, I guess, late May garden tour. I know it's going to be June here tomorrow. Well, we got a couple more days, but it's crazy how fast and how much I've actually been enjoying it being in the garden this year. It's just been, I think the weather definitely has something to do with it because I come out, I water, and I actually can sit and enjoy it. Usually it's like I run inside before it gets too hot, and then I come back out in the evening, water, and then run back inside. So I just feel like I'm enjoying it a lot more now. So anywho, that was my vegetable garden tour, late May tour. And I just hope you guys come back and see again what is coming into fruition. Hopefully we'll get some ears on those corns the next time I see you guys out here in the garden. So keep growing. I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys so much. Bye.